I figured out something today. I figured out how not to give people a preview. So there won't be 90 people in here today. Now, some days I won't do that. But I didn't want to give anybody the opportunity to know what we were going to talk about tomorrow. So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes, and then we can get started. Just so that you guys are aware. Because, like, every week you guys see a change to the chat information. When someone is no longer a subscriber, they no longer have access to the sub chat. That's just being fair. I can't let somebody who's either not a mod or not a subscriber be in the chat. So I try to do it on Saturdays, but I had a lot going on yesterday. Happy Mother's Day to you guys as well. So I did it today. Now, I didn't do it to be mean, like, oh, you're not subscribing no more? Well, you're not going to get access to the chat. It's not, it is actually the reverse. I don't say anything about it. Do you think that TikTok doesn't remind me every second that this person's subscription is getting ready to end? Let this person know that their subscription is going to be over on this day. They tell me. I figure you guys know too. If you wanted to subscribe again, you would. And if you don't, I'm absolutely okay with that. So I quietly go in and add the people who have come and remove the people who are no longer. So if you see that like on the weekends, because I'm trying to start, I'm not going to do it every day. That's just too much. So I do it once a week. So they may stay in the chat longer than their subscription. I don't care about that. But as we go into a new week, things are going to change. You subscribe for 20 years, you're a mess. So how's everybody? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and all the fathers who have had to be mothers. Because I can't forget them either. Any questions, suggestions, strategy? You know, I always start there. How am I? I'm doing a lot better. Like, I gotta be honest, this weekend pumped me up for Monday. I'm not even going front. CJ, why are you depressed? If y'all don't know, CJ needs to be buttered up all the time because he's the only testosterone in the room. So I apologize, ladies. This weekend has been insane. And I've only known the parts I've been a part of. I know that there is stuff going on this app that I miss. It has been a crazy weekend. And so I'm going to talk about the things I was a part of. I'm not going to talk about things I wasn't because I got enough of my own. I don't know if I'm going to finish by 9:30. I'm going to hope to. I'm going to hope to. Yeah, yesterday was the day. You've only been... I saw you get blocked. I saw you get blocked. So that you guys know, I am now into my third notebook. And these aren't like the A4 notebooks that are small. These are 8.5 by 11 pages. And I'm on to the third one. And it's funny because I bought two and I'm like, oh, those are going to last forever after I use the first one. I think I'm going to buy 4 more because I'm not going anywhere. I think I'm going to buy 5 more. Okay, so let me say this about Dad. I have secured, I think, 2, maybe 3 people for Dad. I now need you guys' help. If you know somebody who is well-versed in a scammer, They've been watching them. It don't even have to be from the beginning, but for a long time, they can provide context. If there's somebody who knows Lisa very well, I don't care who it is, Lori. Like I said, it doesn't even have to be the people that I cover. I want to give them 10 to 15 minutes to talk about their person. Because sometimes context matters. You know, we come in midstream. We know what we know about them. But sometimes understanding the beginning, the middle, and where we are now is incredibly important. So, like I said, even if you don't want to, like, ask them yourself, send me the name. Send me the name, and I'll ask them. Otherwise, I can't promise what Digital After Dark. Digital After Dark might be a romance scam night, and I might push this to next month when I've had more time. Oh, Risa. Dang, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I know I have what's her name? Saren. Somebody else is gonna talk about. I'm sorry, it was like 4:00 this morning. I can't remember. I'll get back to you. Sugar Shows. I don't know her. I've never heard of her before. Let me write it down. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a romance scam one at some point. And I know a lot of people aren't going to want to listen to it because it's not the scammers on TikTok. But after what happened yesterday, clearly it's a necessary thing. Okay, Wyoming. Thank you. Thank you. You don't know the long haul with Risa? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I know that she was like there for a while. She left and now she's back. So I'd love to know, because when she came into my live that day and, you know, took over the live for a few minutes, she had so much to say. She knew so much. Amy, don't worry about it. Listen, we're going to have a dad one way or another. We might have CJ twirling the pole with a cat at the bottom. Like, who knows? We're going to have one. If I have to change it up at the last minute, that's what I'll do. But don't worry. We're going to have a Digital After Dark. I can't even say Mr. will come in here and talk to y'all because I don't even know if he's going to be here. So, we've already covered the first 2 in 10 minutes, or the first 3. Okay, so what we're going to discuss tomorrow. And I'm not going to give you everything because obviously I can't do that. So, these are the people. Risa, that's Risa Love. Gypsy, that is from the situation on Saturday. Carol Edwards, the Taylor family, Blue Eyes, Kool-Aid K, obviously Josh and Ida. Well, put your GoFundMe together and I will promote it on my page, CJ. Gabby for obvious reasons, and Joe the Humble. So, Risa, I think she's in California, but it might be Texas. She asked for very small dollar amounts. because the goal is to stay under the radar. She doesn't come in with, I need $300. She'll be like, could I get $20? Very quiet. Not many people follow her. Well, I think she's seen what happens to people who ask for a lot, and she doesn't want to come on anybody's radar. And the moment her numbers hit a good number, she ends. If she doesn't get any conversation, she ends. And if she sees her numbers start to grow, thank you guys, it ends. Gypsy, that's going to be a long story. But that was from yesterday. And I found out some new information about her. We found out yesterday that this wasn't her first go around, but I found out some additional information. Carol that's going to be quick. Kool-Aid, I'm surprised at the move she made so quickly. Blue Eyes, she could say she's in a sober house, but that's not sober. The Taylor family, I'll tell y'all tomorrow. Everybody knows what Josh and Ida are doing. And today, he said people could get in the box. He didn't care. So I went back in under digital and was like, can I get in the box? Of course I couldn't. Of course I couldn't. Because he knew I was prepared to clock that ass. Then it was after I get the money. Because you don't want me to say anything that is going to make anybody who thinks about giving you money to question it. That's why I couldn't get in the box. And it's funny, because I'm going to try to get in this box after he gets the money. And we'll see if he's had a change of heart. And then, of course, he throws out the stuff, all of these fake photos. You chose to put your face on the internet. That's not my fault. I guess you guys thought you were pretty and that was going to, shoot you to stardom. But sir, it did not. And then how you took advantage of the people who loved you, I don't care. He could get $10,000. I still want to get in the box. And then Gabby is up there for a reason. I need to find somebody to give us her because the history I want to know for her is the history with her sister. Because that's where it started with them two. That they're twins. They don't look alike in my opinion, but they're twins. They look a little bit alike, but they're certainly not, they're fraternal twins. They are not identical by any means. But their rise came from them fighting with each other. They would act cool and then have a problem. Act cool and then have a problem. And so that when people used to like them both, it became a situation where I want to be the top dog. And so they stopped doing stuff together because they were beefing over the audience.
I'm not sure how to help you with that.
She is so nosy. By the way, if you have an iPhone, an iPad, an Apple Watch, there is a settlement. Go get your $20. You can put 5 devices on there. They already said it's going to be... Right, they became the drama twins. Exactly, TikTok sucks. Go get your $20. They've already said it's not going to be more than $20. So go get your $20 from Apple. As much money as I've spent with Apple, I'm getting my $20. Oh, and when you fill it out, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. when they ask for model, they're not asking for like the model like an iPhone 15, iPhone 16. They're looking for the model number. I wish they would just say that. Yeah, $20 for each device. And you can put 5 per name, I guess. Per submission, I don't know. But of course, I already sent back my old so I obviously couldn't do them for them. But I have a watch, a phone, and an iPad. I want my $60. And they give you the option to have it directly deposited or get a check, I believe. Those are the 2 options. Please, I'm still waiting for my Facebook money. You have wanted everything back. You know, I'm getting rich off of my subs and my gifts. And I'm building a mansion on the water in Florida. It's going to have hurricane. There was a house I saw being built in Florida where they had emptied out what would have been the basement so that in a hurricane, water can go clear under the house so that it's not hitting up against the house. That's what subs and gifts is going to get me, y'all. Just wait and see. I'm getting rich over here. Okay, let's see. Gabby, and then Joe the Humble, because his little outrage outburst, I've never talked about him before, but I'm not feeling it. Oh, Kesha is back. Thank you, Sammy. Hello, everybody. So these are the 9 that we're going to cover. I'm also going to cover this. Some of you were in there, and you were in there for the earlier event. I want to say thank you for supporting me. Thank you for speaking up for me. I appreciate it. Okay, Hope. Do your thing if you want to. There have been things done on this app that I don't particularly care for. But I don't usually talk about it. Hold on, let me turn this fan off. I don't usually talk about it because I don't want my platform to become a drama platform. I get up here, I talk about the 9 people, I hear if anybody has anything to say, and I go about my business. But when people drag me into something, I'm going to address it. I don't know why people feel like, and maybe it's because they're men and they feel like I'm going to cower somehow. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I'm going to still be myself. Then I'm not going to let them pull me out of character. Well, Gypsy did a little bit, but that was for other reasons. I'm not going to let you pull me out of character. I'm not going to let you get a clip of me being all upset and outraged and all of the things so that you have content to talk about going forward. It's not going to happen. And I don't know if you didn't find success on the awareness side, so you decided to come after awareness. Like, I don't know, nor do I care. Leave me out of it. I don't talk about you. I don't make content about you. Apparently, his information got doxxed. Everybody and their mama knows that I don't do that. And I don't have no parts in that. I don't do it. Right, me too. I said that to him yesterday. I'm like, I followed you, and I was in your lives faithfully. And when things shifted, I just went my way. The crazy thing is, I hadn't even unfollowed him. Cause I didn't want to get into the, oh, now digital unfollow. But you know what I'm saying? He did dock himself, but I literally laid low. The only conversation I had with him was I did a live with, oh, how could I forget her name? Is it Tank? Not Tank, because I'm thinking Tank Lip. The girl who had everything set up for Lisa to go to rehab right there 10 minutes away. Anyway, I was talking about Lisa. She usually comes up when I talk about Lisa and whatever. Well, there's some issues with her husband and his past. A bunch of people came into my live and started questioning why I had her in the box because of this, that, and the third. And I was like, yo, and I say this to everybody, if you have a problem with anybody in my box, my suggestion is you go to your page, you go live and talk about it. It's not coming here. I'm not doing it. I'm here for one purpose. I'm not going to be turned into a situation where I'm live for 7 hours with a bunch of people who are mad at a bunch of other people. That's never going to be my platform. And so people told me he sent them. So I went to him, he was live, and I went into his box, and I was like, hey, listen, I heard such and such. They said it came from you. He said it didn't. I said, okay, no problem. Thank you. And I left. Yep, Tech. Exactly, Sandy. It was Tech. What did I say? Tank? Oh, God. I'm getting old. Anyway. So that's my last interaction with him. And that was months ago. So I was swiping yesterday. And this was after the morning's drama, or the earlier day drama, right? I'm looking to just swipe and see what's going on in the streets. And I land in his live, and I stop for a second. And I see that he's streaming other people's lives. Now, I don't do that. I watch for myself, I talk about what I see, and make my commentary, and we move on. I don't play anybody else's videos. I don't stream anybody else's lives. That's not how I run my platform. So I was like, wow, okay, that's what he's doing. Because like I said, I haven't been over there. And when he saw me, he called me fake. And first I typed, how was that? But I was like, I'm not doing this. And I jumped in the box. And so tomorrow, I'm going to tell everybody about the conversation that I had when I jumped in the box. Thank you, Sandy. I'm going to let everybody know about the conversation I had when I was in the box. Like I said, some of you guys were there. People came in and supported me, and I appreciate it. But in the end, I said to him, so let's say I agree that I do all of the things you said that I do. Now what? And he said, I'm going to call you a beggar. Now what? Like, okay. He was like, but the scammers are going to think, and why would I care what a scammer thinks of me? The only thing he didn't get was if you don't feed me, fund me, or fuck me, I don't care what you think of me. That's the only thing. So what? You calling me a beggar does what in my life? Absolutely nothing. Right. And somebody said, well, then turn off your gift. Because he was hounding me that I said, do your daily heart me. And I said to him, you know as well as I do that the algorithm works the way TikTok wants the algorithm to work. They want you to do things that they want you to do. And so, and I gave him this example, and I'll tell y'all. So,
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Why is she so nosy? And her name isn't even Alexa. I changed it so that I wouldn't slip up, and she still hears her name. And by the way, that's what the Apple settlement is about. It's about Siri being in your business. Anyway, so TikTok will often suggest to me that I should promote my live within TikTok. And so I finally was like, okay, let me do it. So I do it. And it was just supposed to be a little reminder. And I saw the little reminder come up on my screen. And I was like, okay, cool. And then CJ texts me and says, I registered. Did you mean for people to register? I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Register. I immediately took it down. Because why would anybody need to register? Like, because to me, it gives me the feeling like, well, why does she want to know my name? Why can't I just show up? Why does she? Weird. But it's not like it's an option you could turn on or turn off. So TikTok wants you to follow their thing. I probably get 20 suggestions to join an agency. Like they're asking me to join. And if I join, they'll send me big gifts. But I know that the only reason why they want me to join is because they want me to battle. It's ridiculous. So there's a lot of things I didn't know that go on behind the scenes when you go live. Now, my live is never so that I become Ash Trevino or I don't care about the number at the end of the day. I never do. I care about reaching people because there is new people coming on this app every single day. Now, when I first started TikTok, I didn't see scammers, but there weren't as many. And now, even on my other account where I have tried to keyword my way out of ever seeing them, boop, there's a new one. There's a new one that I haven't even seen on the digital side. They're everywhere. And some of them seem so heartbreaking that there literally are times that as myself, I feel bad. And then I'm like, put on the digital hat and ask some questions. And when the questions don't get answered right, I'm like, where's the notebook? So that's what I care about. So when I say the Daily Heart Meme, when I say like the live, share the live, it's to get onto the FYP. So that we can reach some new people. But not in a way to forget everybody who has been loyal and faithful. I will be loyal and faithful to you. You don't have to worry. And I also try to be very conscious of the fact that you guys have spoken up for me. So I take what I do seriously. I'm not out here just flying by night, saying whatever, doing whatever, telling people to pull up, like doing all of that stupid childish stuff, and then coming to you and being like, but I need you to be loyal and faithful. Oh, wait. Okay, so Disturbed One, what is your question? And Amy, who is they? You the scammers? They do it various ways. Some of them literally will put it on a sticker and be like, I'm live today because I need $300. Or just do Josh and Ida. We're live today and we really hate to come to you, but our electricity got cut off and it's $570 and we can't get it on and we need it on by 2 o'clock because our kids are coming home. Thank you. That chick from yesterday, what was their name again? Which one? The scammer or the girl? You just put her. They were both hers. Thank you. I hope that people enjoy my lives. I tried. Somebody called it singular focused or something like that. Like I don't get into a lot of the drama. Amy, any question? That's what this is about. Because some people aren't necessarily they don't want to ask a question in front of 200-300 people. I'm your morning radio. Yeah. Oh, one other thing. I know you guys hear it multiple times, but if you come across anybody, if anybody says they didn't know I wasn't going to be live on a day, especially a day that's planned, I always try to post it. I try to post it 24 hours in advance. The scammer, Gypsy 14. Gypsy 14 and Baby Girl something. Baby Girl 86 was Tiffany. That was the girl. Oh, Gyps Girl 4 or Gypsy 14. Yep, her page is still up. I just went and looked because I wanted to make sure that I had the spellings right. So, one other thing for anybody who's new, I show that generalized page. This one, hold on. This is the page that you'll usually come into. This is who I'm going to talk about today. And then I do a little circle. Let's show one. I show a little circle, and in the circle, I put their at and sometimes their name. But his is the same, so I only put one. I only put it one time. So if you're ever wondering or you've never seen them, that's why I put it there, so you have the ability to look them up themselves. I tell everybody, I know. Oh, that pick a Carol. Yeah, sometimes I'm funny with it. But it's always a picture I take from a video or their live. Or, like, this is his profile picture. Which, the one thing about it, when I first saw it, I was like, you look awfully dark. It's not until I blew it up. Because you see how, like, it's like the purple and the darkness around his eyes. When it's really small, I thought it was a black man. If I'm gonna be honest, I was like, "Who's that?" And when I blew it up, I was like, "Oh, okay, yep, that is him." But if you look at it, it's crazy. So I always put their at and their name. So, because I tell everybody, please don't take my word for it. Go watch it for yourself. And see if what I say is true. That's it. That's all. Does anybody else have any questions? Thank you for liking the live, guys. Oh, and that's the other thing. Whenever I change a photo in the regular live, just like it until you feel the heart's tail. And then take a break. That's all I ask. If you feel like tapping at other times, be my guest. But that's all I ask for. Thank you, Disturbed One. Any other questions? Carol's going to be mad if she hears about me being on and she sees that picture. She hates that picture. I don't care. Shouldn't have called me a bitch. Yep, they have all gone well. I'm healing well. Yeah, she did. She got mad at me one day. So now I don't care. Question. At the end, you allow boxes. Anyone in particular you don't want? No. Oh, wait. Okay. So first of all, I owe you guys an apology. Let me just tell y'all. Y'all think CJ keeps me straight, okay? So first I owe you guys an apology, and I'm gonna try to remember to apologize tomorrow. I said that I wasn't gonna let anybody in the boxes until I finished. And then I let people in the boxes. Now, I'll be honest, I let them in the box because I knew that they wanted to talk about Maggie in particular. And then, of course, Mr. came in, and y'all know, if he comes in, I'm going to let him in the box. So y'all going to have to just accept that one. If he comes in, he's coming in the box. Because he's not really going to ever do that again, I don't think. So, this is all I ask, as for the mod's sake. If somebody asks to come in the box, do not put them in the box. I'll decide. And if you see that I'm not putting in the box, trust that I know that they're there. If you come across any nasty comment or something that you think is disrespectful and you don't think I saw it, pin it. Let me address it. Yeah, you can pin comments, especially the ones that you think might be disrespectful, because they try to slide it in. And then when I address it, and sometimes I'll invite them in the box to have their say, they scurry away. They didn't really want the attention. They just wanted to be able to take a picture of them saying something nasty in my life, so they could go run back and say, oh, request for the box? No. You don't have to pin that. If they want to come in the box, they'll ask for the box. And I see it. It's bright as day. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed some questions. Yeah, I'm the only person that allows them up. Because, like, somebody brought up Maggie, which I'm not upset about. I wasn't going to let her up. Because I don't feel like... How could I say this? I'm never going to argue with her. It's an unfair advantage to go back and forth with Maggie. So why would I? So that's why I wouldn't have let her in the box. But she was there. I asked her what she wanted. She said a couple of things. I dropped her. It was over. So yeah, only if I allow them up. I happened to come across a live of a lady who was streaming someone else, and I was watching, and the lady blocked me. Is it because I didn't speak? Amy, a lot of people are concerned with what they call trolls. So they see somebody new, they assume it's a troll, and they block you. This is the advice I give to everybody. Don't use your real account. Don't use your real account to do this. Because if you make somebody mad, the first thing they do is, oh, I'm going to find out who you are. They'll post pictures of your family, your pets, everything. So I have a personal TikTok account. But when I'm doing this work, I'm digital. And then I have, of course, my burners. Because most people, when they see digital come in the room, I get blocked immediately. Because they've heard of me. Or I've talked about them and they've heard of me. So then I have burners that I go in. Do not use your real account for this. Not if you're really like serious about being places and being seen. Because they remember. A lot of them screen record. They remember who's where. So no, it's not necessarily because you didn't speak. But sometimes I go in and I'm like today, just about every live I went into that was a woman, I said Happy Mother's Day from my burner. Happy Mother's Day. But they think everybody's a troll. By the way, when people call me a troll, I tell them I'm not a hater. I say I'm not a troll or I'm not a hater, I'm a truth teller. That's my answer. And when they say kindness is free, the truth is free. The truth is free. Leslie, I don't even know how to do that. Oh, don't worry, disturbed one. You'll mess around a little bit. Dee Dee, have you seen one of my burners yesterday in that long live? I'm sure I did. That goes to CJ. CJ. See what I mean, y'all? CJ needs a lot of attention. So y'all gonna have to help me baby him up because he needs attention from everybody. But yeah. But that's just my take on it. Other people use their real stuff and they stand 10 toes down, and I'm okay with that too. But I had decided that when I was going to be this serious about it, where it was going to be me, my voice, my thoughts, I was like, nope. You're going to have to try harder to find me. And not because I'm afraid. Just because I didn't ever want it to become about me. Because when it becomes about me, now I'm taking it personal. And now I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff to try to prove this and prove that. And now I'm not talking about scammers. I'm talking about me. This way, I don't have to talk about me. I get to focus on scammers. Oh, and just another lesson for ghost mode, which is when you go in under ghost mode, they catch you when you first come in. And then after that, they can't see you no more. You go over and you hit settings. You go all the way over. And you uncheck all of the boxes. I know I'm missing a step. Maybe I'll try to see if I can find that tomorrow. Or I'll ask somebody if they know how to do it tomorrow. And then after that, you can't catch them no more. Which is why a lot of us have mods that watch the door. But I don't block. That's not my thing. Unless you are outright disrespectful, you might get muted. But I want you to sit there and hear what I have to say. I want you to hear what I have to say. Why block you? I'm not afraid. I don't care. I tell people all the time, you don't have to agree with me. You could come in the box. Yeah. Unless it's racist, if I say I'm not talking politics and they come in with it, block them. Like, I had to do that around the election because when he won, people started going around saying that N-words were now going to be back in the fields and stuff like that. That had to get blocked. But, you know, I don't need the world to agree with me. I'm secure in myself. I said what I said. Yeah, it was bad, Sherry. It was bad. And some people didn't believe me, so then I would be in other lives, and I started taking photos of the comments. There were black people the day after the election that got those via text message. And it had to be people they knew, because how else would they know to send it to the black people? That, like, it only went to black people. So, yeah. But, you know, some people need to make themselves feel better by doing that. So, but let me be clear. I don't care who you voted for. That's not why I'm here. I have Kamala supporters and Trump supporters. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me and what I'm doing. At the end of the day, we are all going to have Trump for the next 4 years. We had Biden for the last 4. And what? So that doesn't matter to me here. All right, guys, 7:45. I need to go to bed at 8 o'clock, although I'll probably still be listening to scammers. And I'll see you all 6:30 in the morning. I'm so glad I figured out how to do a sub only live, sub only. I'm not gonna do that all the time, but when I saw it today, I was like, yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. Give y'all some peace. Because I don't really care, but. And Devin for the next. I might leave the country because we all know that he'll get elected, but the person running the country is Beth, and I am good. I will jump over the Mexican border, okay? I'll jump over the Mexican border if Devin becomes president. Ain't no way. You're a mess, CJ. I swear. But you keep me laughing. I love you for that. Facts, Remora. I am out. I will swim to wherever I have to swim. What is it? I'll swim to Haiti. How they be trying to. I will swim to Haiti. I'm not staying here. I'll go to Canada. As cold as Canada is. Okay, I know Cass is live, and I know some people want to get back to that. So, thank you very much. I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you all tomorrow morning, 6:30 sharp. Have a fantastic night.